Thank you for coming to watch this YouTube video from an article of mine titled From Homo Sapiens to Edin, Unearthing Mysteries. My website, www.rebirthoftheword.com, holds many articles that comes from many hours of my research. I don't like wasting time, so jumping right into it.
From Homo Sapiens to Edin, Unearthing Mysteries. In the pages of history, the origins of human civilization have always held a deep fascination. Mesopotamia, often referred to as the cradle of civilization, stands as a testament to our ancient past, sparking debates among scholars and enthusiasts alike. Some archaeological records tantalize us with the notion that Mesopotamia's beginnings might stretch back to around the Paleolithic period, though the accuracy of this claim remains a subject of lively debate. Yet, within the realm of scholarly exploration, another mysterious place captures many people's curiosity: the Garden of Eden, or as it's occasionally called, Edin. Described as an elevated plain or steppe, this ethereal location has sparked a range of perspectives and interpretations. Was it a simple plain, an extensive steppe, or possibly a lush, well-irrigated paradise? Author Walter Reinhold de la Torre unveils a fascinating connection between the Sumerian logogram Eden/Eden and the Hebrew concept of Edin, which is familiar to English speakers. In the rich tapestry of Arabic mythology, where the term Eden is expressed as Jannat Adan, this word meaning garden, so eloquently adds profound layers of cultural and linguistic depth to the concept of Eden. Understanding the difference. Homo sapiens versus Homo sapiens sapiens. About 2.3 billion Christians are found worldwide. It's essential to recognize that not all Christians hold the belief that the world was created around 6,000 years ago. This viewpoint isn't universally embraced within the Christian community. The 6,000-year perspective is predominantly associated with young Earth creationism, which involves a literal interpretation of the Bible's Genesis account. Nevertheless, a significant number of Christians align with the scientific consensus that estimates the Earth's age to be approximately 4.5 billion years. From a scientific perspective, the universe is estimated to be around 13.8 billion years old, a significant contrast to the 6,000-year timeframe associated with certain religious beliefs. In understanding the classification of modern humans, commencing with Homo sapiens, it's worth noting that modern humans are categorized as Homo sapiens sapiens. The oldest known remains of Homo sapiens are approximately 300,000 years old. Here's where the distinction between Homo sapiens and Homo sapiens sapiens becomes relevant. Homo sapiens, this term designates the species to which all contemporary humans belong. It serves as a way to differentiate our species from other extinct hominin species like Neanderthals or Homo erectus. Homo sapiens stands as the official scientific name for our species, encompassing all modern humans. The oldest set of bones discovered in Morocco, Africa, dates back to approximately 300,000 years ago. Homo sapiens sapiens, this term, while less commonly used, can be employed to emphasize the differentiation of anatomically modern humans from earlier or archaic Homo sapiens, such as the Cro-Magnon people who thrived during the Upper Paleolithic era. Essentially, Homo sapiens sapiens signifies wise human or thinking human, with the repetition of sapiens underscoring the modern nature of our species. Nevertheless, it's not widely utilized in contemporary scientific contexts, and remains more of a historical term. In everyday conversations, Homo sapiens serves as the standard terminology for modern humans. Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden, a concept often associated with the Holy Bible, plays a central role in Christian and Catholic theology. This interpretation presents it as a paradise where the first humans, Adam and Eve, lived in perfect harmony with God, free from worries and suffering. They worshipped God and were responsible for tending to the garden, a place of peace and communion with the divine. However, the Garden of Eden is also the setting for the story of the original sin, where Adam and Eve's disobedience in eating the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil led to their expulsion from this idyllic setting. This act marked the introduction of human suffering and toil into the world. The narrative of the original sin is a fundamental element of Christian theology, highlighting the fallen nature of humanity and the subsequent need for redemption through Jesus Christ. Genesis 2 verse 15, KJV reads, "And the Lord God took the man, and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it." Based on my research, the concept of the Garden of Eden can be traced back to the Akkadian term, Edin, which means plain. The Akkadian Empire, established around 2334 BC, succeeded the Sumerian civilization. Both of these ancient cultures shared a belief in the Anunna or Anunnaki, and considered them their deities. The term Anunnaki itself translates to princely offspring, or offspring of an. In my exploration of The Epic of Gilgamesh by Andrew George, I came across references to what's known as the Garden of the Gods. This garden was a sacred realm reserved for the gods' dwelling, and entry was strictly prohibited for humans without divine permission. Further research into similar themes reveals that many diverse locations across ancient texts have been associated with the concept of these divine gardens. These places include Dilmun, a prominent ancient realm featured in Sumerian and Akkadian texts, is frequently linked to a paradise-like setting. This land was often characterized as a place of perpetual youth, fertility, and abundant prosperity. Notably, Dilmun has been proposed as a potential source of inspiration for the biblical Garden of Eden. The Apsu. Within Babylonian mythology, the Apsu is commonly portrayed as a freshwater source or the primordial ocean. It holds associations with the concept of a pure and light-giving water source, elements that could be likened to those found in paradisiacal realms. Eridu, one of Mesopotamia's oldest cities, is intimately connected with Enki, a deity representing water and wisdom. In certain myths, Eridu is depicted as a place where divine knowledge and wisdom were bestowed upon, suggesting it as a type of sacred or paradisiacal space. Nippur, an ancient Mesopotamian city, is closely linked to the god Enlil. Certain texts describe it as a realm where the gods dwelled and where the principles of divine law were upheld. It's also known as Nibru/Nibiru. Genesis 3 verse 8 KJV. "And they heard the voice of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God amongst the trees of the garden." Parallels and enigmas, Anunna, Elohim, and ancient beliefs. Numerous interpretations of ancient Sumerian texts about the Anunna and Anunnaki exist, creating a complex narrative open to diverse perspectives. Unlike a clear definition found on a single cuneiform tablet, ambiguity prevails. Scholars such as Samuel Noah Kramer, Anton Parks, Jeremy Black, Andrew George, George Smith, and extraterrestrial theorist Zakaria Sitchin, to name a few, have offered their own views. However, a definitive and comprehensive account of the Anunnaki remains elusive. Similar uncertainties arise when exploring the Elohim in ancient Hebrew texts, leading some to speculate about potential connections between Abrahamic and Sumerian beliefs. The biblical narrative, notably in the King James Version, tells of God creating humanity and entrusting them with tending the Garden of Eden. This shares similarities with Sumerian cuneiform accounts despite linguistic differences. Core elements like human creation, flood stories, and tales of multiple deities echo those found in the Holy Bible. Amidst this tapestry of ancient narratives, questions surface regarding the God Abraham chose to worship and the foundations of the Abrahamic faith. In the midst of the varied descriptions of what different cultures might perceive as their own version of a Garden of Eden, it's crucial to highlight that Genesis 2 verses 8 to 14 specifically offers insights into a Garden of Eden associated with Mesopotamia. This particular Garden of Eden is described in the Bible. Creation stories, flood narratives, and references to multiple deities are found in cultures around the world. However, it's important to recognize that not all of these Garden of Edens are the same. They differ in their characteristics and themes. Each deity or culture presented its own unique way of life, often involving a lifetime of labor to care for and cultivate it according to their specific beliefs and traditions. Until next time, remember, knowledge is power.